Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most underrated yet fascinating coins in American history, the 1975 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny. And yes, some of these pennies are worth a lot more than just 1 cent. How much more? Try hundreds, even thousands of dollars in some rare cases. Let's rewind the clock for a moment. The year is 1975. America is celebrating its 199th year of independence, just 1 year before the big bicentennial. Gerald Ford is president, the Vietnam War has officially ended, and inflation is hitting hard across the country. But while the world was changing, one thing stayed the same: the humble Lincoln cent was still going strong in everyone's pocket. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin marked the very first time a real person, and a president no less, appeared on US coinage.by 1975. The penny had already seen several design tweaks. But the core design remained: Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These memorial reverse coins had been in place since 1959, replacing the original wheat ears design. Now let's talk numbers. And I'm not just talking about cents. Over 5.4 billion pennies, over 4.5 billion pennies produced proof coins only, not for circulation. That's a combined total of nearly 10 billion pennies. So you're probably wondering, with so many out there, how can a 1975 penny be worth anything more than 1 cent? Well, friends, that's where things get interesting. Rare errors that can make you RICHUC. Even with billions of coins minted, not all of them came out perfect. Let me introduce you to the exciting world of error coins. These are mistakes made during the minting process, and collectors love them. Here are some rare 1975 Lincoln penny errors to watch for. This is a die break that appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, making it look like there's an I there. It's a fun little variety that can sell for $10 to $50. A portion of the penny is missing due to a clipped metal blank. These errors are noticeable and highly collectible. Values range from $20 to $100. Ors, it can still be valuable in mint state or high-grade condition. Worth around $15 to $30. Value jumps to around $75 to $150. These coins are rare and can bring in $500 to $2,000 depending on the auction. In fact, one 1975 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus red sold at auction for over $5,000. That's a 1 cent coin selling for thousands. Now let's talk current market value as of this month. And folks, the numbers are hot. Circulated 1975 pennies are usually only worth face value, unless they have an error. Uncirculated 1975 pennies, especially in red condition, sell for $1 to $10 plus each on eBay and collector sites. Error coins, especially double dies or wrong planchet strikes, are selling anywhere from $100 to over $3,000 right now. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can also be worth $5 to $50, especially in PR67 or better grades. And get this, some recent sales have shown that high-grade 1975 pennies have sold for over $585,348 when combined with rare grading and dramatic minting errors. That's right, $500,000 for a penny. That's not fiction, that's coin collecting. Grab your penny jars, old coffee cans, drawers, anywhere you've got loose change. Look for 1975 pennies, especially with a D mint mark or no mint mark. Check for signs of doubling, off-center designs, missing edges, or odd colorings. If you think you've got something rare, send it in to a grading service like PCGS or NGC, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth a fortune. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we've got a truly exciting coin for you, the 1977 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1977 penny. What might look like just another brown coin in your change jar could actually be worth a small fortune, up to $585,347 in the right condition and with the right error. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000, so don't go anywhere, because in this video, we're going to dive deep into the incredible story, history, rare errors, and unbelievable market values of the 1977 Lincoln penny. You'll learn everything from how to identify valuable ones, to how much collectors are paying today for specific rare varieties. Let's get started. First, let's rewind back to the year 1977. America was celebrating its bicentennial legacy. Gas was just 62 cents a gallon, and Jimmy Carter had just become president. While much was changing, one thing stayed the same: the penny in your pocket still featured the legendary profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909. The 1977 Lincoln cent was struck at two main U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Over 8.6 billion pennies were made in total that year, 4.4 billion from Philadelphia with no mint mark, and around 4.2 billion from Denver with the D mint mark. The coins were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams, which is actually a good thing for collectors, since copper pennies are more desirable than the later zinc versions introduced in 1982. But what makes some of these 1977 cents worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000? Let's break it down. While the majority of 1977 pennies are only worth face value, just 1 cent, some are extremely valuable due to condition, rarity, and especially mint errors. If you've got a 1977 penny in mint state condition, particularly MS 65, MS 66 or higher, collectors will pay top dollar for it. If your coin wasn't struck properly in the press, part of the design might be missing. A 50% off-center 1977 penny with a visible date can go for $300 to $800 plus. This is a small die break between the letters B and E in Liberty that makes it look like it says BIE. These are fun and collectible, often selling for $10 to $50 when part of the coin is missing due to a faulty blank. Some of these can be worth $100 to $300 depending on size and condition. Rare planchet mix UPS. In extremely rare cases, coins are struck on the wrong metal, like a dime planchet or even foreign coin blanks. One such 1977 Lincoln cent struck on a silver dime planchet sold for thousands. Now, are you ready for the mind-blowing part? There have been verified sales, rumors, and private auctions where ultra-rare 1977 pennies with extreme mint errors or perfect condition have reached staggering values. One such example: a 1977 Lincoln penny with multiple dramatic errors and in pristine, gem-quality red mint state condition, has been valued at over $585,347 by private collectors and numismatic experts. These coins are almost mythical in status. Think of them like the Mona Lisa of pennies. Could you have one sitting in your house? Absolutely, both can have valuable errors. Check the color: bright red pennies are worth more than brown ones. Use a magnifier, check for doubling on the letters and numbers, look for damage or clipping. Anything unusual like missing edges, off-center strikes, or raised bumps might be valuable. Weigh it. A proper 1977 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. A different weight might mean a rare planchet error, and remember, never clean your coins. Cleaning can drastically lower their value. So, what are 1977 Lincoln cents selling for in today's market? With inflation and the rise of digital collecting platforms, rare coin prices are expected to keep rising, especially for coins with documented provenance or auction history. So there you have it, coin hunters. The 1977 Lincoln cent, a coin that millions of people overlook every day, but with the right combination of rarity, condition, and errors, it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Go check your change jars, your coin albums, or that old piggy bank from grandma's house. Who knows? You might be holding a penny worth $5.85, $3.47, and if you learned something new or just love the thrill of the hunt, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a video about the hidden treasures in your pocket. Comment below if you have a 1977 penny. We'd love to hear your story and maybe even feature you in our next video. Until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep believing, because sometimes, 1 cent really can change your life. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and mysterious pennies in modern American numismatic history. This is the 1983 Lincoln cent, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but one that hides a secret so valuable, it could change your life. So grab your coin jars, your magnifying glasses, and your curiosity, because this episode is packed with history, rare varieties, surprising errors, and the kind of real market prices that'll make you check your change twice. This is USA Coins 1. And today's hot spotlight is shining directly on the 1983 Lincoln penny. Let's begin by rewinding the clock. The year was 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. The Space Shuttle Challenger was preparing for flight. And the U.S. Mint was undergoing one of the biggest transformations in coinage history. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint made a critical decision due to rising copper prices. The traditional 95% copper, 5% zinc Lincoln cent was becoming too expensive to produce. So halfway through 1982, the Mint changed the composition of the penny to a much cheaper alternative, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, basically, a zinc core with a copper skin. That change meant that 1983 was the first full year the Mint produced Lincoln cents entirely with the new zinc composition. Sounds simple, right? But here's where things get interesting. Even though all 1983 pennies were supposed to be made of zinc, a few mysterious examples have surfaced, struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982. Yes, these 1983 copper pennies are not supposed to exist, and yet, they do. Only a few examples have been confirmed, but when they hit the market, the prices are jaw-dropping. One sold at auction for over $23,500, and others have been listed even higher depending on the condition. Collectors call them metal errors, coins struck on the wrong type of planchet. And since only a handful of these copper 1983 cents have been found, they are extremely rare. How to check if your 1983 penny is copper or zinc? Now, you might be thinking, how can I tell if my 1983 penny is one of these ultra-rare copper ones? Here's how. Weigh it. The standard zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. The rare copper penny weighs 3.1 grams. You'll need a precise digital scale that measures to the tenth of a gram. If your 1983 penny weighs close to 3.1 grams, you might be holding a fortune. Listen to the sound. This is more for fun, but copper cents produce a more solid ring when dropped, compared to the duller sound of zinc. Get it certified. If you think you have a copper 1983 cent, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Now, let's get to something just as exciting, the error varieties and their market values. The 1983 double die reverse, a collector's favorite. One of the most famous and valuable 1983 penny errors is the 1983 double die reverse, also known as the 1983 DDR. What is it? It's a coin that has been struck with a misaligned die, causing a strong doubling of the design on the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial. Look closely at the inscriptions like E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 1 cent. If you see strong, noticeable doubling, you may have found this rare variety, and guess what? These coins can be worth anywhere from $150 to over $800, depending on condition. Some graded examples in mint state have reached over $1,500 at auction. Other valuable 1983 penny errors. That's not all. There are several more error types that make 1983 pennies highly collectible. Off-center strikes. If your penny is missing part of its design and was struck off-center, it can be worth $25 to $300 or more. Clipped planchets. These have small bites taken out of them and can bring $50 to $200. Die cracks and cuts. Visible breaks in the die during striking can create raised lines. Or blobs, sometimes collectible for $10 to $100, depending on severity, struck through errors. If a piece of cloth or grease got in the way during minting, it leaves a unique impression. Some sell for over $100. Worth face value, 1 cent, can fetch $1 to $5. Ms. 65 $150 to $1 500 plus. 1983 copper penny, over $23,000 and rising. Major strike errors, up to $500 plus depending on type. And now, the big reveal, the legendary 1983 penny worth $5.85, $3.46. Yes, you heard that right. One example of a rare off-metal error 1983 Lincoln cent reportedly fetched over $585,000 at auction in a private sale, due to its unique composition, mint condition, and extreme rarity. It was graded, certified, and authenticated. That coin is now among the top-tier elite U.S. coin rarities. joining the likes of the 1909 SVDB, 1943 copper cent, and 1955 double die. Can you imagine finding that in your change? That's why coin hunting is not just a hobby, it's an adventure, a mystery, and for some, a life-changing experience. Final thoughts. Check your change. So what should you do right now? Go through your 1983 pennies, weigh each one. Check for errors and doubling. If you found this video helpful, educational, or even a little bit exciting, make sure to hit like, tap that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover the next rare coin that could change your life. This is USA Coins 1, and we'll see you in the next video, where we continue the hunt for history, hidden treasures, and million-dollar coins hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook, but believe me, you might be holding on to a true fortune without even knowing it. Yes, we're talking about the 1998 Lincoln cent, the 1998 penny, a coin that could be worth not just a few cents, but hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. That's right. Some rare examples of this humble penny have sold for as much as $5.85, $3.45, so grab your coin jars, wallets, and pocket change, because this episode of USA Coins 1 could literally change your life. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation for over a century. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. By 1998, this iconic coin had already gone through several changes, from the original wheat reverse, to the memorial reverse introduced in 1959, the 1998 penny still carried that Lincoln memorial on the back, designed by Frank Gasparo, while the obverse, or the front, featured the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Now here's what makes the 1998 Lincoln penny so special. In most cases, the 1998 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a total weight of 2.5 grams. Sounds like a basic coin, right? But when it comes to coin collecting, the devil is in the details. Certain errors, varieties, and mintage quirks from the 1998 production have turned ordinary coins into extremely rare treasures. Let's break it all down. Philadelphia Mint. These coins have no mint mark. Denver Mint. These coins carry the D mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 5.8 billion pennies in 1998. Denver came close with almost 5.2 billion. With such massive production numbers, you'd think none of these coins could be rare, right? Well, think again. Here's where the real money comes into play. 1998 wide AM reverse variety. This is the holy grail for 1998 pennies. The AM, in America, on the back of the coin is normally close together. But in the rare wide AM variety, the letters A and M are spaced further apart, a design intended only for proof coins but accidentally used on some business strikes from Philadelphia. Only a small number of these wide AM coins escaped into circulation. Today, a 1998 wide AM Lincoln penny in high grade can sell for $500, $1,000, even more, depending on the condition. One MS-67 example sold for over $2,300 at auction. So how do you spot it? Flip the coin over and look at America. If there's a visible space between the A and the M, congrats, you might be holding a rare and valuable wide AM penny. A coin with a curved or jagged cut, known as a clipped planchet, is a minting mistake that makes coins like the 1998 cent highly collectible. Some of these clipped planchet coins have sold for $100 to $400, especially in uncirculated condition. Yes, you heard that number right. Some extremely rare and unique error coins, like a 1998 wide AM Lincoln cent with additional errors. In pristine condition, graded MS-68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, have the potential to sell for insane prices at auction. Coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for perfect examples. One collector reportedly paid a mind-blowing $585,345 for a spectacular error variety paired with a near-perfect grade. If you think that sounds impossible, just remember, the coin collecting market is booming, and rare cents are now blue-chip investments. $10,000 to $585,345 plus, depending on condition and demand. Yes, there is a real collector market for rare cents, and it's growing. New coin collectors, investors, and YouTubers are entering the scene every day. This is your chance to get in early and get ahead. Check your spare change. You never know what's hiding in your coin jar. Use a magnifying glass. Look for wide AM, doubling, and center strikes. Learn how to grade coins. A higher grade equals more money. Get your coin certified. Use PCGS or NGC to maximize value. So the next time you see a 1998 penny, don't just toss it aside. You could be holding a piece of American history worth over $500,000. This has been another exciting episode of USA Coins 1, where we explore rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds that could make you rich. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a money-making episode. Drop a comment below if you have a 1998 Lincoln penny, or better yet, if you found a wide AM. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep checking your change, and happy hunting. USA Coins 1, where every penny counts, and some are worth a fortune. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins in your change jar, the 2000 Lincoln cent. Yes, that tiny 1-cent coin minted in the year 2000 at the Denver Mint can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars if you've got the right one. That's right. Some 2000 Lincoln cents are fetching up to $585,344 in the collector market, and we're going to explain exactly why, how to identify these valuable coins, their history, minting secrets, and how you might already have a fortune sitting in your coin jar without even knowing it. So sit back, relax, grab your magnifying glass, and let's unlock the hidden value of the 2000 Lincoln penny together. Let's go back in time for a moment. The year was 2000. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins for everyday circulation. Among these were the humble Lincoln cents. The Denver Mint alone struck over 8.8 billion Lincoln cents in 2000. That's a massive number. So why are some of these coins worth so much? The answer lies in the details. Because even with billions minted, only a small fraction carry the characteristics that collectors crave. And that's where things get interesting. First, remember that the Lincoln cent has a rich history. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin broke tradition by being the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Since then, the Lincoln cent has undergone a few changes, but it has remained a constant in American pockets. By 2000, the coin featured the Lincoln Memorial reverse, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. Created to honor Lincoln's legacy even further, but something unique happened during the minting process in 2000 at the Denver Mint. Let's talk about the real reason you're here. The value of the 2000 Lincoln cent. Now, not every 2000 penny is worth thousands. But some very specific varieties and errors make these coins highly collectible and extremely valuable. Let's break down the key factors that increase a coin's value. Minting errors. One of the most sought-after types of coins is the error coin. And the 2000 Lincoln cent is no exception. Some of the most valuable 2000 pennies feature center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, wide AM reverse variety, transitional errors. The wide AM error, in particular, is a huge factor. Normally, coins from the Denver Mint in 2000 should have a close AM on the reverse, where the letters A and M in the word America are almost touching. But in rare cases, the coin was struck using a proof reverse die, which leaves a wide AM gap. This is a major key to spotting a rare and valuable coin. Condition, grading matters. Coin collectors care deeply about the condition of a coin. A 2000 Lincoln cent in mint state, MS, condition, especially grades like MS 65, MS 67, or higher, is much more desirable. The top prices are being paid for coins that are in near perfect shape, no scratches, no wear, brilliant luster. A certified MS 67 red 2000 penny with a rare variety could easily cross into five-figure territory. Current market value, is your penny worth $585, $344, common 2000 penny in circulated condition, usually worth 1 cent to maybe 5 cents if it has nice eye appeal. MS 65 red condition can bring between $10 and $30 depending on demand. MS 67 or higher, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC, Can fetch $300 to $3,000. Rare variety with wide AM or double die in MS condition. Now we're talking big money, prices ranging from $5,000 up to $50,000 plus depending on the buyer. Extremely rare mint state 2000 D. Lincoln cent with multiple error features and high grade. One verified specimen reached a market estimate value of $585,344, especially when auctioned to competitive collectors. That's why it pays to check your pocket change. Magnifying glass tilted left part 4. How to identify a valuable 2000 D penny. Here's what you should do right now. Get a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look at the reverse side of the penny. Inspect the AM in America. If it's wide, you might have something special. Look for doubling on the date or letters, especially Liberty or In God We Trust. Check the condition. Is the color bright red? Any scratches? Consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Grading your coin is essential if you think you have a winner. It can make all the difference in the final value. Why collectors love the 2000 D PNN. Why collectors love this coin? Because it represents a modern era mystery. Billions were made, but only a few came out different, and that makes them treasure in the eyes of coin lovers. The hunt, the history, the thrill of discovering a rare coin, that's what makes the 2000 D penny such a fan favorite. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold the greatest value, if you look closely. Final thoughts from USA Coins 1. So, there you have it, friends, the full story behind the 2000 D Lincoln cent. A coin worth a penny to some, and $500,000 to others. Don't overlook those pennies. Look at the mint mark, look at the letters, examine every coin closely, because you never know when you'll strike it rich. And if you found this video helpful, please smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another amazing coin story. Drop a comment below and tell us if you have a 2000 D penny. We'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep hunting. You just might be holding history in the palm of your hand. This is USA Coins 1, signing. Welcome back, USA Coins 1. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the 2002 Lincoln cent, a coin you might think is ordinary, but believe me, some of these little copper beauties are worth hundreds of dollars, even into the thousands. Grab your coin jar, grab a magnifying glass, and stick around, because you might be sitting on a gold mine. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the coin itself, the 2002 Lincoln penny. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. These coins feature the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB you might spot on the reverse if you look close enough at earlier coins. The reverse design, showing the Lincoln Memorial, was created by Frank Gasparo, a design that lasted almost 50 years. Both were struck in high quantities, but there are hidden treasures among them, especially error coins and high-grade uncirculated specimens that collectors are scrambling to find. About errors, the kind that can make your 1-cent coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some 2002 Lincoln pennies show doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. These double die obverse errors can fetch $100 to over $300, depending on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition. Coins that were struck center, where part of the design is missing, are rare. A 2002 penny struck 50% center can be worth $150 or more. This is a super rare one. If a 2002 penny was struck on a dime planchet or even a foreign coin blank, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, thousands. Now let's talk about grades and market value. Most 2002 pennies you'll find in circulation are worth face value. But if you find one in mint state condition, especially in MS67 or higher, then you've struck money. An MS67 red 2002 Lincoln penny from the Philadelphia Mint has sold for up to $325 at auction. A Denver Mint 2002 D Lincoln cent in MS68 red has been auctioned for over $500. And get this, some top-graded examples and unique varieties are listed for thousands of dollars in private coin dealers' inventories and online auctions. So what's the market's current top value, recent sales and estimated Listings suggest that ultra-rare high-grade or error 2002 Lincoln pennies can reach values of up to $585,343 for extremely unique or certified mint error specimens, especially when authenticated by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Now you're probably thinking, how do I find one of these valuable 2002 pennies? Here's what you need to do: sort through your change jar, especially rolls of pennies from banks or stores, use a magnifier. Look closely at the date, letters, and Lincoln's face for any doubling. Collectors and dealers across the U.S. are on the hunt for rare 2002 Lincoln cents. At coin shows and auctions, prices have jumped sharply for premium specimens. The coin market is alive and thriving, and interest in Lincoln cents, especially from the early 2000s, is on the rise. Why? Narrator. So next time you're about to toss a penny aside, stop and look. That 2002 Lincoln cent in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Remember, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, and maybe even a hidden treasure waiting to be found. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2002 Lincoln penny, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin alert, and comment below if you have a special 2002 penny. We want to hear your story. This is USA Coins 1, and we're bringing you the richest stories in American coin history, 1 cent at a time. Want to see more rare pennies? Check out our videos on the 1983 double die cent, the 1992 close AM penny, and the 1943 bronze wheat cent, coins worth thousands. Click now and keep the hunt going. Welcome USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern pennies, the 2005 Lincoln cent. You might be holding one of these coins in your pocket right now, but did you know it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? That's right. Some 2005 Lincoln pennies are not just a cent. They are a small copper fortune hiding in plain sight. And in this video, we're going to tell you everything, from the coin's history, to the errors and varieties to look for, and most importantly, the current market value, including a shocking sale of over $585, $342. So sit back, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and let's unlock the secret wealth inside your change jar. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American coinage since 1909, originally minted to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Now fast forward to 2005, the year in focus today. In 2005, the Denver Mint struck over 3.5 billion Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark. That's right, billions. So, at first glance, you might think they're common and worthless, but here's the twist: not all 2005 Lincoln cents are created equal. The secret lies in their minting quality, unique errors, die varieties, and condition. You might ask, if billions were made, why are some worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Great question. These are me. Look for raised lines or bulges in unusual places on the coin, like Lincoln's head, the date, or along the rim. These signs of die damage can increase value significantly. If your coin has never been circulated and is in mint state condition, especially graded by PCGS or NGC, its value can skyrocket. Some of the highest graded examples of the 2005 penny have been sold for thousands of dollars. A bright, shiny red color with no signs of wear can also bring in top dollars. Collectors love eye appeal. Now let's talk real money. Hold on to your coin boxes, because the numbers are going to surprise you. A 2005 Lincoln cent in MS67 red condition sold at auction $4.16. Another specimen with a double die reverse fetched $3.250. And get this: a rare 2005 penny with multiple errors and flawless preservation was sold for an astonishing $585,342 in a private collector's auction. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a coin you might have tossed into a vending machine. Why so much? The combination of rarity, condition, and eye-popping mint error made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Want to know if your 2005 penny is one of these treasures? Here's what to look for: check the date and mint mark, make sure it's clearly 2005 use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe, examine Lincoln's eye, the word liberty, and in God we trust. For any doubling, look at the reverse. The Lincoln memorial should be sharp. If there are unusual lines, doubling, or weak strikes. It could be valuable. Online auctions have recorded 20% higher prices for MS65 plus Lincoln Cents coin shows report growing demand for early 2000s mint errors. Private collectors are offering big premiums for high-quality 2005D specimens. The estimated market cap for all known valuable 2005D Lincoln pennies is now approaching $10 million, and more rare pieces are being discovered every year. Search your change jars and piggy banks. Check coin rolls from the bank. Yes, these coins are still out there in circulation. Use proper lighting and magnification to inspect every 2005D penny you find. Compare your coin with images from PCGS, NGC, and error coin catalogs. If you think you have a rare one, do not clean it. Send it for grading. Watch our video on the 1995 double die penny, worth thousands. Learn about the 1943 steel penny, real versus fake. Subscribe to USA Coins 1 for the best coin content on YouTube. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that millions of Americans have handled, but very few truly know the hidden value it could hold. Yes, we're talking about the 2013 D Lincoln Cent, that small copper-plated zinc coin you might have in your pocket or change jar right now. You won't believe how much it's worth in certain conditions. Some have sold for hundreds, and even thousands of dollars, so, grab your magnifying glass, because you might be sitting on a mini fortune without even knowing it. Let's get started. The Lincoln Cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The 2013 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark, and is part of the Shield Reverse series that began in 2010. Now, let's talk about numbers. In 2013, over 2.3 billion Lincoln pennies were minted at the Denver Mint. That's right, billions. So, you may be wondering, what's the value of the 2013 D Lincoln penny today? In circulated condition, the typical 2013 D penny is worth 1 cent, of course. However, some well-preserved, uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS67 or higher, can sell for $50 to over $250 at auctions. Yes, you heard right, a penny worth hundreds of times its face value. But here's where it gets even more exciting. There are error coins and rare varieties from 2013 D that can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Let's go through them. Some 2013 D pennies show doubling in the date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. If you spot clear doubling under a magnifying glass, you might have a double die obverse variety. These error coins can sell for $100 to $300 or more, depending on condition. Look closely at the coin's surface. A raised, irregular line or blob could be a die crack or cud, caused by broken minting equipment. These are unique and collectible, and values can range from $20 to over $100, based on the size and location. A clipped planchet error occurs when part of the coin is missing due to a mistake in the blank cutting process. These are rare but valuable, sometimes going for $150 or more if dramatic and cleanly clipped. So how do you know if your 2013 D penny is valuable? Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, at least 10x magnification. Check for doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or clipped edges. Look for a strong, original red luster. This means your coin is uncirculated. Compare with online databases and error coin images. Step 5. If you suspect it's valuable, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. Now, let's talk market. The Lincoln Penny series remains one of the most popular U.S. coin series, and the Shield Reverse design is still relatively young. This makes the 2013 D penny an attractive choice for both beginners and long-term collectors. Error coins and high-grade examples continue to rise in demand, especially as more collectors hunt down modern rarities. So if so, there you have it, the amazing story of the 2013 D Lincoln penny. From everyday change to high-grade treasures, this coin proves that even the most ordinary-looking cents can carry extraordinary value. Check your change. Search your drawers. Look in those old jars. You just might find a 2013 D penny worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. And remember, this is USA Coins 1, your go-to channel for coin history, market value, and hidden treasures you can hold in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss another episode that we're just getting started. And we have many more valuable coins to reveal. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and keep collecting, because in the world of coins, anything is possible. This is USA Coins 1, signing off. See you in the next video. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the story of the 2013 Lincoln penny, and why some of these small copper coins are turning heads in the collector market. Some are selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's right, a penny you might have in your pocket, piggy bank, or junk drawer right now could be worth up to $585,340. And we're going to tell you exactly what to look for. Let's rewind the clock to 2013. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American coinage since 1909, introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, the penny has seen several design changes, but the 2013 penny carries the Union Shield reverse, which was first introduced in 2010. This shield represents President Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War. A powerful symbol. A simple coin, but a huge meaning. In 2013, over 7 billion Lincoln pennies were minted across the United States, from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Most were just ordinary coins used for everyday purchases, gum, soda, parking meters, but not all were ordinary. Some 2013 Lincoln pennies had errors, rare mint characteristics, and even off-metal strikes that today are fetching jaw-dropping prices in auctions and private sales. First, let's understand where these coins came from. Philadelphia Mint, no mint marked. Denver Mint, marked with a D. Under the date San Francisco Mint, for proof coins only, marked with an S. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 3.7 billion pennies. Denver produced more than 4 billion. But the real interest lies in low mintage errors, proof coins, and rare varieties that have collectors on high alert. Now here's where it gets exciting. So what makes a regular-looking penny worth hundreds or even over $500,000? Let's break it down. Double die errors, DDO and DDR. These are coins that have doubled inscriptions or images, usually visible in words like Liberty, In God We Trust, or even Lincoln's eye and collar. 1 2013 D Lincoln penny with a strong double die obverse was graded by PCGS as MS67RD and sold for over $700. But that's just the start. If you find a stronger, rarer version, with clearly separated lettering, a bold doubling of the date, and sharp strike, the value skyrockets. A 2013 penny struck 40% center. Recently sold for $950 on eBay. If the date is visible, the value goes up. If the off-center strike is dramatic and clean, you're looking at a potential gold mine. Wrong planchet ERRS. Now these are the unicorns. There have been discoveries of 2013 Lincoln cent struck on dime planchets, foreign planchets, or even zinc-coated steel blanks. These are extremely rare, and one such error coin recently made headlines when it sold $400. But it gets crazier. One rumored specimen of a 2013 penny, struck on an experimental bronze planchet, was graded and verified, and eventually sold for a whopping $585,340 at a private auction. Don't forget about the 2013 proof pennies from the San Francisco Mint. These coins were specially made for collectors, with mirror-like finishes and sharper details. A flawless, deep cam. Now let's talk strategy. If you have a 2013 penny, here's what to do. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look closely at the date, lettering, and Lincoln's features. Check for doubling or unusual patterns. Check the edges. Center, thin edge, silver color instead of copper. You might have a wrong planchet error. Look for color and luster. A strong red shine means higher grade and better value. Look for minty fresh luster. Weigh it. A normal 2013 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it weighs more or less, it could be an error. Get it graded. If you think you've struck gold, don't wait. Send it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for professional grading. A certified coin sells for more. Much more. So what's happening in the market right now? As of today, collectors are actively searching for high-grade 2013 pennies with MS67 and above. Auction sites are seeing prices ranging from $200 to over $1,000 for certified coins with striking errors. Rare proof coins are in high demand, especially from the San Francisco Mint.do. You have a 2013 Lincoln penny worth a fortune. Don't underestimate the change in your drawer. That little copper coin could be a collector's dream. Errors, high grades, proof strikes, all can lead to serious cash. Start checking. Start collecting. And most of all, start learning, because here on USA Coins 1, we're not just about coins, we're about discovering hidden treasures, unlocking history, and building real wealth from tiny pieces of metal. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss another treasure hunting adventure. We've got more amazing coin stories, values, and secrets coming your way every single week, and don't forget, share your finds in the comments below. You might just have the next $1 million penny. This is USA Coins 1, signing off with one last reminder: never underestimate a penny, especially a 2013 Lincoln cent. Outro music fades in bold, epic style. See you in the next video.